I want to talk to you guys about something kind of scary that's happened to me. Sorry about my voice. I'm a little bit sick right now, but I really feel like I have to get this out and document this. Those of you who have been following me for a while know that I'm involved in a lawsuit against the police department. And the reason for that is because I actually have like an 11-part series, a fucking 11-part series on TikTok and YouTube, basically explaining how I got all my shit hacked into, my daughter got stalked, the police department refused to file a police report when I called them. And it's been like this whole ongoing thing. I was dealing with this shit for months and months, July till about September, October 2025. Now I wanted to document this because lately I've been having more shit happen to me as the lawsuit progresses. On March 8th of 2026, I also posted a FOIA response that I got from the FBI basically admitting that they had information about me. And back on December 4th, 2025, I had posted several pieces of evidence showing that somebody had been opening my mail and tampering with my mail. A couple pieces of mail that arrived to me from OC Sheriff and federal court had been opened, tampered with, and resealed shut with tape. I literally fucking reported that shit to the mail fraud department. Did anything happen? No, nothing fucking happened. That was just some of the thousands of pieces of evidence that I had amassed. Well, SDPD first tried to get my lawsuit dismissed. The judge heard my case. He did not dismiss my lawsuit. I was supposed to have a hearing in July, and for the longest time, nothing happened. I didn't post anything about this story because nothing happened for the longest time. And then the same month that I'm supposed to have my hearing, I started noticing that my mail was being tampered with again. So here's a package of bee venom that I ordered from Amazon, and you can clearly see that this package to me arrived like slashed open. Like somebody slashed it open, and then I received it like this. And you can clearly see this bee venom, it looks like a bag of powder. It looks like it could be like, I don't know, illegal shit or something. So somebody clearly fucking opened it, looked what was inside, and then sent that package towards me. And I know it wasn't like a package thief or anything because nothing was taken. It was just opened and looked at and inspected and then sent to me. Then I was supposed to get served with an actual date of the hearing, and that mail fucking disappeared. I didn't get it until 2 or 3 weeks after my fucking hearing had already passed. So I ended up missing my first hearing because of this. So my first hearing was supposed to take place June 24th. And you can clearly see this paper claims that it is dated June 20th. I didn't receive this photo until July 7th, which is a couple weeks after this hearing has already passed. And when this paper arrived to me, it looked very dirty and crumpled, like as if somebody had put it somewhere and tucked it away for some time. And I also have proof that this mail had disappeared too. I pick up my mail from lockers that give us an electronic code, and then we open that code and it logs the exact date and time that we open a package. Now you can clearly see that the dates that I checked this mail, and I definitely checked my mail a few times before June 24th, and not once did this piece of mail arrive in my inbox. I didn't receive this piece of mail until July 7th, 2026, and I ended up missing my hearing against the PD because of that. So, because I missed the hearing, my case is probably going to get dismissed. Then, right around the same time all this is happening, another piece of mail gets tampered with. I ordered a prescription from a pharmaceutical company to be mailed and delivered to my address. And again, this fucking piece of mail arrives, slashed open, and then put inside another UPS box, and then sealed shut, and then mailed to me. Like, it literally came like this. And I've ordered prescriptions from this company before. They have never, ever sent it to me like this. They normally send it to me in a box, not in a package like this, and definitely not within a package inside of a package. Now, this immediately stood out to me because they normally do not check domestic mail. They normally do not check domestic mail, so obviously, I'm on some kind of fucking hit list right now. They're scrutinizing me and checking me for some reason. Right around the time that I happen to have a hearing with my trial for the San Diego Police Department. So honestly, at this point, I'm getting kind of worried. Like, I had a private investigator previously tell me that San Diego police are a bunch of crooked cops and assholes, and if the police department is the one actually doing this to me, they're gonna do everything they can to fucking cover this up. By the way, that story in my last post that I shared, the one where I shared my story about how the police stole $40 out of my wallet, that story is 100% true, by the way. Happened in San Bernardino in 2003. At this point, I start getting, like, skeeved out, you know, because they're not even, like, trying to hide that they're slashing open my packages, right? Like, they could have, like, wrapped this shit up discreetly and, like, made it look like nothing was happening, you know? Like, they didn't even try to hide it. They're like, yeah, bitch, we're looking through your shit. It almost seems like they're trying to send me a message, you know? And I don't think the timing is a coincidence that this is all happening right around the same time that I was supposed to have my hearing. I'm getting really sketched out and skeeved out. And I feel like if this hearing continues, it's just going to escalate. And next, they're going to like probably try to frame me, put something in the mail that's not supposed to be there. You know what I mean? And like try to frame me for something to try to have me arrested. So at this point, I don't even give a flying fuck what happens with the fucking lawsuit. Quite frankly, I hope it gets dismissed because I don't need this fucking mess. Honestly, the only reason I even filed a lawsuit in the first place, well, there are two reasons. First, I just wanted SDPD to give me their fucking records that they had about me, you know? They clearly had records about me and they were refusing to give anything to me. I asked for multiple things. You can see in my CPRA request that I filed, I asked for multiple things. And this was their response to me, basically telling me they can't because I am, quote, under investigation. The second reason why I wanted to file a lawsuit is because I wanted to preserve the most important pieces of evidence that I had. I knew that once you file something in a lawsuit, it gets uploaded to a database. And basically, all your evidence gets preserved because I was genuinely concerned because I got hacked into. I was concerned that they could make all my shit disappear and I'd have no evidence of anything. So I got to preserve my evidence. And really, all I wanted to do was file subpoenas to get various companies and entities to give up their records. That's it. But at this point, it's clearly not worth it. You know, the police are going to do some shit to me. They're going to try to fucking frame me. Something's going to happen. So at this point, I'm just documenting this, getting this shit out of the way so I can move on with my life. So just be aware that if you try to fight the system, not only will you lose, the entire system is going to be working against you. Because it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, if even my fucking mail is being tampered with, like, that's just... who do you even report this to? You know, I literally fucking reported that shit to the mail fraud department. Did anything happen? No. Nothing fucking happened. And you know what else is fucking bullshit, too? Is I found out there's a ruling called Monell versus Department of Social Services of the City of New York, which basically rules that even if a police officer violates your constitutional rights or suppresses your constitutional rights, the police department cannot be sued unless the police department actually put in writing and told the police officer to do that. So basically, if there's a crooked cop in the fucking police force and he's doing all sorts of shit to you that he's not supposed to be doing, you cannot sue the police department because the police department wasn't the one who told him to do that. Isn't that bullshit?